Alright, hello, welcome to Fridays at 4 on twitch.tv/DDOstream. I'm your community manager, Cordovan, and I'll be hanging out for the next hour. We're going to be doing some kind of low-level questing here on Sarlona, running through some of the Salt Marsh quests. We have a little bit of news from the week because we turned a corner. It's August 1st, so that means a new Year of the Dragon. Or a new, rather, VIP loyalty reward program thing. We also did Year of the Dragon, though. We did that on the 31st on Wednesday. So we have a new Year of the Dragon wings that you can pick up, as well as if you're part of the VIP loyalty reward program, you can pick up the next tier of the reward list for yourself here, starting yesterday. And otherwise, like I said, we're just mostly kind of hanging out and doing some Q&A, and we'll be doing some questing on Sarlona in just a little bit. So let's get to it, huh? Alright, so the first thing I want to bring up is that we did release update 68.2 this week. This mostly is about the Year of the Dragon July gift of the blue draconic wings that you can pick up by speaking with Zathrall first in the Eberron Hall of Heroes. You'll then speak to Estraz, who is located right next to Zathrall. The way it works is Zathrall awards it to your account, Estraz gives it to you. The reason we did it that way is that Estraz is going to be hanging out long term, so that you'll be able to reacquire these wings just like you do with your Reaper wings and that, except this will be free, and you'll have to speak to Estraz after you undergo a reincarnation, and this is per character as well. So any of the characters on your account that you want to have these blue draconic wings, you can go and speak to Estraz once you've spoken to Zathrall to unlock it on your account, and then it's yours for basically ever here. So that was the main thing we did with update 68.2 this week. We also fixed a couple of typos, and that's about all there was to that. But that was what we did on Wednesday. We had a little bit of downtime on Wednesday. I do want to mention real quick that we do have an article up on DDO.com about the Year of the Dragon, Blue Dragon Wings. You can see some pictures and even a little video. I don't think the video is going to come through on stream here too well, but these are the new dragon wings, blue draconic wings. Let's see, can I play this? Yeah. I think that was kind of cool. The secret to this is WebM formatting. We can embed video if it's WebM into our website nice and easy like this. So it's something we were able to figure out and get working here. But I want to do more of that kind of imagery in the future if we can. So that's that. Really with the Year of the Dragon gift, I think it turned out pretty well. Let's just real quick move over to the VIP loyalty reward program. And I'm bringing this up because it is August 1st, so the next tier has unlocked for you. If you picked up your gift in May, June, and July, you will now be getting the bonus character slot for the third month completed for August. And otherwise, it'll be whatever you are on the track based on the time you sign up. So when you sign up, you'll get the first time sign up bonus, and starting the first of that next month, and then the first of every month afterwards, you'll be able to speak to Violet Peregrine in the Eberron Hall of Heroes to get your new thing. So that's how the VIP loyalty reward program is working here. And that kicked off here on August 1st. We do have a boost going on this weekend. It's a 40% challenge rewards boost through August 4th, that being Sunday. Also, our weekly coupon is something let me call this one out real quick, because sometimes maybe people don't pay that much attention to the free coupons, because, they tend to be smaller items. This week you get a summoned repair shop. So if there's ever a time where you think you might want to repair your gear for free, you can use this. It's Get Over Here for the coupon code. Enter that through redeem code in the DDO store. Probably something you should do. That's cool to hear about the Storm Tom. I've been out this past week myself. It's been a very, very busy week over on the Lord of the Rings Online side this week. They're doing their big push. Their most recent update came out on Wednesday, and then we opened 2 new game worlds, legendary worlds. I think a little bit like a special hardcore server, but totally different. We did that, including the first European located Game World, and that was on Thursday. So a lot of this week has been focused over on the Lotro side for me personally. But the other big thing we did this week in terms of activity was we had what could be our final Lamania for Update 69, Magicka Myth Drannor. So Magicka Myth Drannor is still on track to release on August 14th, so that would be not next week, but the week after that. So that's really where our attention is making sure that we've got our final game build in process, all the check-ins getting checked in, QA doing their work as well. And this past week was what could be our final Lamania, probably is our final Lamania for Update 69. And it was a content preview. All but, I believe, one of the quests were available for preview over on Lamania here this past week. So if you had a chance to do that, that's great. We're not showing that off on stream today just because I have generally hear feedback from the community that a pre-release is too spoilery to show off quests from Lamania, so I'm not doing that this week. But the loot got an update as well. Also, this was our preview this week where we went all the way up to the level cap of 34. The new feats got an update this week. So the new legendary feat slate, although there's some epic feats in there too, got their preview. You can see that over on Lamania. And overall, it was just sort of our last before our final build version of Magicka Myth Drannor, essentially. So that's what we've been doing this week, and we'll be working on next week, and then we'll see. Week after that should be the week O release. It's true. So Dark Wolfer, at some point, when we started off with mods, and then they became updates. And at some point it was like, are we ever going to... Wouldn't that be crazy if we kept going long enough that we released Update 69? And we did. And it's next. That's just how it goes. Magicka Myth Drannor. Alright, so we don't have anything planned for Lamania or for a game update for next week. That was Update 68.2 this week. Our next game update should be in 2 weeks then, with the release of Update 69. Yeah, so, I know that Flimsy Firewood, I believe, mentioned this on the forums today, but is going to be increasing the mob density in the new landscape. Alright, here we go. Where's my game cam? Here we go. Alright. I would also mention that last Friday, I was out last Friday. Thank you for being patient while I was out. Last Friday, Severlin was at San Diego Comic-Con and did a presentation with Daybreak Games there. And that presentation was really just sort of about the games and how we've been able to keep them going and what have you. It was a Daybreak-wide thing. All the executive producers from all the games were there. And so that happened on Friday. And there's some photos that were taken of it, but there was also some audio and video taken. I have not seen that audio or video yet, but the intention, once I do get to see it, is I'm probably going to be able to upload it. If it's not uploaded elsewhere, I'll be able to upload it on our channel, or I'll just get you a link to wherever it is that it is uploaded on the Daybreak side. And we'll get that to you. But that was last Friday. So it was a fun weekend. If anyone was at San Diego Comic-Con, hope you had a good time. This week is Gen Con. I'm not at Gen Con. Boo hiss. I'm sad. There are some people from the team, several, in fact, who are at Gen Con this year. But we're not doing a public player meetup for this one. Sorry. Hopefully in future years we'll be able to do something like that, but it just wasn't possible for this year. But that's happening this week as well, so I know a lot of people are kind of big into Gen Con and checking that out, so
Massive tracks in the mud lead to a dark and stinking den.
All right. I could try Elite, but that seems... you know what? I'm going to go easy mode today. This location is Saltmarsh. Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh is the content that this is associated with.
Death, magic, and
I can't remember why I did that. I think it's because I've been playing in Saltmarsh in recent weeks, mostly because... Because why? Because a few weeks ago we had it on our deep discount in July set, and since I've got a low-level character, it just made sense.
There are definitely some unpleasant things living there. Best to avoid the swim. Intruders! Hisses the Sahuagin. They meddle with the pattern. Hold them, my warriors. I will commune with 1,000 teeth.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Commuting with... Actually, this is totally wrong. This isn't right at all. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. This, that's gonna have to go up, so that would go down, that would go down there. This will go up. Actually, that's not right either. Let me think about this a second. Go, so that is done, that's done. So then I just need to bring this over this way. There we go. Yay, I did the thing. The wings are rad. I'm very happy about it. So, probably the most important thing that happened this week is it was my birthday. That was not the most important thing that happened this week. It was one of the least important things that happened this week, as it happened to be my birthday on Wednesday. And it was fun. It was like DDO gave me a birthday present, and it was awesome blue draconic wings.
1,000 Teeth retreats into the water, unaccustomed to food that fights back. Cursed beast! Stay and fight! Wraths the
Okay.
Sahuagin mate, straining to control the crocodile.
Okay, we'll have to go like that. There we go.
Another wave of Sahuagin surged from the water.
So, is gonna either prove what you thought about me or disprove what you thought about me. And that is, this past birthday was actually kind of a biggie. I turned 50. I turned 50 years old on Wednesday of this week. And so that was the thing. I can't say I was thrilled to turn 50, but it's better than the alternative. So I can't complain too much. But also, it kind of sucked. What do I do? This. Yeah, I see you there, Sahuagin. I'm just choosing to ignore you. Okay. There we go. Pardon me. Okay. Right. There. There. No, that ain't gonna work. Alright, fine, I will take care of you. Anyway, I don't know really that I have anything of real importance to say related to my birthday. It's just one of those things that happens. Okay, so that one will be set with... Actually, this isn't red at all. Okay, let me think here. So, how do I want to do this? Let's say that goes like that. There we go. Okay. So then this can go... Actually, that isn't going to matter, is it? Because that. So, that can go like that. But that isn't going to cut it. So... Here we go, we'll do that. There we
The
go.
Sahuagin's barrier vanishes. The mage is now within your reach. Thousand kills.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to TRing.
Charges again.
It'll be fun.
Fully committed.
My next life, I'm totally going to have spell powers.
The great crocodile bows and teeth shudders, then collapses into the mud. Dead.
Hey, Druid's Fire from Gen Con. That's awesome. What is the community manager past life feat? It's almost certainly damage reduction. It almost certainly has to be damage reduction. Permanent DR. Or crippling anxiety. I don't know which one. Yeah, crocodile teeth. Okay, that's actually pretty alright. Who can't use +5 accuracy in a trinket at level 3? Alright. Alright. I can wield that. I'll put it on right now. I didn't even have a trinket slot thing. I wish I was at Gen Con. I have to admit, I really wanted to go to Gen Con this year. There was a time where I thought maybe I'd be able to take my 12-year-old for the first time this year, but unfortunately his school's calendar didn't permit that to happen. So he's back at his mom's. He started school yesterday as well. That was one of the things that also kept me a little busy. Excuse me. No, it's he lives so he lives with his mom down in Georgia, and in Georgia they actually start school, if you can believe it, on August 1st. Usually the first week of August, which is why I've not been able to take him to Gen Con, and why I'm often out of town this final weekend of July. But it's not so much my birthday, it's also you know, part of the custody transfer and what have you, which is fine. So, but yeah, they start early. They start so early. Even more than that, their class itself starts, I feel, very early. But then, I work in video games, so, you know, what's the best thing about working in video games? There's a bunch of things, but one of them is that in general, you don't have to be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get into some clock into some office at like 7 or 7:30. So if you're perhaps a little bit of a late night person, oh, I don't know, maybe you spend your time playing video games. You don't have to get up super early. But he does. Because school starts at 7:40 in the morning. 7:40. This is his first class period. I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy, trying to make all the parents and kids and everyone try to get up and be ready so that they can have their first class at 7:40 in the morning. I think that's insanity. But, you know, I don't get to decide such things, so. I agree. I like it just from a, hey, why don't they be awake so they can learn perspective. I am fully in favor of a 9 a.m. start time for school.
Hastily erected fortifications surround a low entrance into the hillside. This is the lizard folk's new lair.
Yes. Let me see if I can actually look that up. I saw something just the other day on that. Question being, what is the Cormanthora Elves patron reward? Let me see. Here we go. Do you remember what tier is available on Lamania? It's tier 1 and 2, right? So that, I believe, is +1 saving throws versus spells. And tier 2 is +5 hit points for the favor rewards of Magicka Mythodrama, which is the Cormanthora. I'm pretty sure, right? So that's what I have in front of me. Hopefully it's correct.
From up ahead.
Parley with me, stranger. Our queen will wish to meet you.
The Lizardfolk Queen wishes to speak with you in her throne room. Yet to get there, you'll need to make your way past insurgent lizardfolk that have turned against their queen.
A while back, Nobob had put together a spreadsheet about how we should handle favor rewards moving forward to bring some standardization to them. And I think we've largely stuck to that in terms of, like, what gets you what. Yeah, there are still some kind of odd ducks out, but for the most part, it's a lot more standardized than it used to be. Okay. I am going to the Lizard Queen's throne room, which is right there. Alright. I don't know if anyone's been watching the Olympics. I have had a lot of late nights at work the past week. And so I've had just kind of going on in the background on my living room TV, the Summer Olympics from Peacock. Basically, it's like $8 for a month of Peacock, and so it's like an $8 ticket to see the Olympics. And I think they've done a really good job, like the sports photography and sports video and all that. Not that I'm an expert, but, you know, I used to work in news, and I know how much it looks easy but isn't in terms of all that sports videography and photography. And I think they've just done a fantastic job with it. It's been really, really neat to watch this year, watching the Olympics. It's been cool. I want us to do the Olympics. Like some kind of... We did the Storm Reach Olympics way back in the day. And I want to see us do some kind of summer games for that. That's what I think our event should be. Well, we had to come up with mini games, essentially. And it would be something like... Keep in mind this is all speculation, it's probably never going to happen. But this... What I would love to see is some kind of like mini game sort of series of events where you do the equivalent of, like, say, discus, maybe the equivalent of some kind of high jump or long jump. I don't know. Some kind of fighting thing, maybe some kind of bow accuracy thing. You could figure it out. Some kind of dancing competition, maybe gymnastics type thing. I'm not quite sure how that would work, but that one might be a little more complicated.
The Lizard Folk Queen greets you.
I must speak with you, outsider. We both face a threat that could destroy us all.
The Lizard Folk Queen swears that she means no harm to the nearby village, but she faces a growing rebellion within her tribe. You've agreed to help her defeat High Shaman Kevin, the leader of the rebels.
Alright. A flying carpet half pipe? I love the flying carpet because I think it's actually pretty good for... It feels fairly skateboardy given our physics and everything. In my opinion, it's great. Turned out awesome. And surely we could figure something out. About like a half pipe on the flying carpet. I mean, what a summer, huh? Awesome Summer Olympics. They're making D&D stamps. Some good stuff. Good things happening in the world. Alright, I am heading to, I believe... No. High Shaman's quarters over there. Alright. That's right, those Lego D&D minifigs. You know, I just saw those a couple of days ago for the very first time. They're in blind boxes, right? So you can't just order the minifigs. But it looks like it's basically $5 per, and there's 12 different minifigs. Someone was telling me that people have gotten smart about that sort of thing, and you can now read, like, the UPC code to figure out what kind of creature it is. There's an app for it, apparently. Which I think is pretty awesome.
These officers must be fomenting.
But yes, D&D minifigs, they look great. I happened to see, just because of the San Diego Comic-Con stuff, that there's a group of kind of high-end collectible figurines. Don't call them toys. Collectible figurines. Hobby-grade collectible figurines. A group called Section 7, I think? And I just happened to see that they were doing a bunch of D&D like figures, and they debuted them at San Diego Comic-Con as well, and they looked amazing. Very, very expensive, but amazing. I saw some kind of Venger thing that was like $300, but it was so cool. They're also doing D&D cartoon trading cards, like bubblegum style trading cards, and I think that's pretty great. I can't believe that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Ring of Power Season 2. You know, it's obviously good for us, frankly, as a business, to have that Amazon series around. You know, despite all the internet cultural war and what have you, having a big Tolkien thing in the media is good for the Lord of the Rings Online. I mean, let's just be honest here, right? But I really enjoyed the series. Did I think it was like the greatest thing ever? No. But I didn't need it to be. My expectations were fine, and it exceeded them, so I really enjoyed it. There are parts of it I liked very, very much. And so yes, I am very much looking forward to Season 2. And yes, the Lord of the Rings books are... They'll never make a TV show or movie that's better than the books. Alright, so, your two main accounts are both VIP. Both have been VIP for the past several years. Why are they both not on the same VIP reward? So the VIP Loyalty Reward Program is a login program. That means that after the first of any given month, starting on May 1st, which is when the program launched of this year, you can speak to Violet Peregrine and the Eberron Hall of Heroes and get incremented on your reward track. So as long as you all had all your accounts do that, you should be at the same location. Now there was that one 2.5, maybe 4 hour long period on that one day in May where we had to put out a message that if you spoke to Violet during that period, you need to speak to them again. So it's possible that maybe you fell within that window and had one of your characters, like both of your characters spoke to Violet, but maybe only one of them spoke to Violet again. So that could be why you would be off from 1 month, as if one of your characters did not do what the other account did.
Hidden on the underside of this table is some sort
And ultimately, in terms of what to do about it, get in touch with customer support. They're the ones who can handle any of those queries and figure out what to do there. So through help.standingstonegames.com, and that'll get you what you need. Okay, so I found the one. Was it just the one?
Buried deep in the bowl of fruit on the table is an iron key.
No, I don't know that I had a lot of news this week, Glassy. Sorry. I think most of the news already happened, right? Because it was the Year of the Dragon this week in particular. So why is Froggo not searching? Alright. Yeah, I know. Alright. Go. Yeah, we are definitely getting close to the expansion. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be... Oh, I must have missed. Oops. Okay, well. Fine. It'll be fun. It'll be nice to have some new content to play on stream and that as well, too. That'll be real cool. But for now, I want to get this character up to 13 in time. So I think... I mean, this weekend I gotta mow the lawn, do a few other IRL bits. But... probably going to be playing some on Serlona. So you see an LFM up. I'm probably just going to do like kind of a, hey everyone, why don't you just sort of come and go as you want to kind of thing.
High Shaman Kethin is beyond the gateway, chanting some sort of incantation.
Do need the
But the
octopus
door to the
sockets.
temple is sealed with a pair of crests.
That, if I recall, is kind of over these away. Yep, Locho is testing the 64-bit client over there. More than just testing it, those two servers that I talked about that launched yesterday are our first 64-bit game servers. It's a very different... Like, they can't... that doesn't mean the DDO ones are coming, like, super soon. But they will be coming eventually. We will be doing the DDO servers 64-bit as well. But yeah, they debuted, and so far... Fingers crossed, the reaction has been very positive in terms of its impact on game performance. People are saying very nice things about the quality of the 64-bit server, so I hope that remains accurate longer term. Not that it's going to solve everything, but
oversized crayfish burst up from below.
the reports have been positive. There's really two pieces to that. Oh, and there's more than two. There's 20. But some of the main pieces for that really is not just your game infrastructure, not just your game engine, not just the data footprint of the characters, but, you know, having a 64-bit client is going to help. So while it's not going to solve any deficiencies or long-standing things that need to happen on any of those other things I just mentioned, at least on the client side, it's been really nice to see those 64-bit servers get up and running. And I would expect to see a similar positive... Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm doomed here if I don't... So I'm trying not to die here. That was a little sketch. Alright. Alright. I'm actually going to back out. I don't need that. That did escalate quickly. So we have a 64-bit game launcher. It's a partial, like, server thing, right? But, I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not prepared to really get into the technical details of our environment. But we've been working on this for a while, and it'll be coming to DDO here, too. Dang it. I don't know off the top of my head the amount of XP to 34, but the answer to that is... Oops. The answer to that is yes. The information is out there. It's available from Lamania that we had this week. Alright, let me do this again. Out of the way. Get over here, Frogo. Not much I can do about that, Larry. I don't think. Oh, that's the wrong potion. There we go. We take Eliuri back to Shrine. Yes. My cat wants to say hello to the camera. Here we go. Hello. How you doing? Cat's meow, 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 meow. So fine, you get to be on camera. All right. Okay. If I had Eliuri... Okay. I would change the camera, but I kind of enjoy it. I think it's hilarious. Big old floofball on my way. She has no idea. Yep, she has to supervise on the desk.
The pseudo-dragon tells you about a treasury behind the locked gate, which only the High Shaman has access to. Sounds ripe for a bit of adventuring.
Oh no. I've been danced. That's bad. It's been a fun summer, though, in particular, because I may have mentioned this on last week's show, but my son, who is 12 years old, just got into tabletop D&D this summer. He actually wanted to play. He asked to play D&D, and we played some tabletop D&D and had a really good time. So that was pretty awesome to play tabletop D&D with your kids. I don't know how many of you have had that opportunity, but it's really great. So I'm going to be getting a Roll20 thing going, and we'll be doing some more of that while he's at school and such. Okay, well, where do I need to go, though? Ah! Gosh darn it. I am not doing very well today. Bit off more I can chew, I think, with this quest than I was ready for. I figured I'd be okay, but no, not very okay at all, as a matter of fact. I am just level 4, but still, I thought I thought I'd be able to do this one. Unfortunately, I'm not doing so good. Alright, here's my second crest. I agree. You know, in hindsight, how important is Otto's Irresistible Dance. You know, Autosphere. How important is the disco ball to DDO's success? I'm going to say pretty important. Would DDO be a success without Otto's Irresistible Dance? Yes. But it would not be half as successful. You know it, I know it, we all know it. Because it's perfect. I remember, do you remember at one point there was one of the developers kind of really did, well, over the years, some developers have really disliked that disco ball and have been like, oh, come on, man, it looks so bad. We can't do a disco ball. And there have been attempts to do other things. I remember that one time, was it like on Lemania or whatever? There was a not disco ball that got added, and the feedback of WTF, put it back now, NAO, you so-and-so was pretty strong. Pretty strong. And it's because it was the correct response, which is that we shouldn't change it.
High Shaman Kevin and the other
I think we know
warriors
that
have
now.
met their end. Now to tell the Lizard Folk Queen.
I mean, does Gen Z even know what a disco ball is? Maybe. Maybe not. We need to expand Disco Ball. We need a Disco Ball of Fire. That's what we need.
A grateful Queen Othokin says that the Lizard Folk are willing to ally with Saltmarsh. But first, she asks. A Disco Mage class cast Disco Inferno. So we should combine. It would be a Disco Ball that would do an Irresistible Dance and do a low amount of fire damage as an AoE. That's what we should do. And it could be basically the Disco Light. Well, maybe have it do light damage. And give it to clerics. And it could be Disco Light. Uh-oh.
My cat is just looking at me like, meow. Meow. You either need to feed me or take me outside, one of those two things.
You spot the spear crest on the table near a group of rebel officers, but the way is blocked by a magical barrier. The rebel officer laughs and casts a spell that creates barriers at the entrance. You'll need to fight to get the crest.
Normally you catch on by this point that you're on camera. So I'm gonna run a few minutes late. I don't have anything too major going on the rest of the evening. And any work that I can do when I'm done here. So I will try to complete this quest and then wrap up the live stream. Eliari is out of smoke. It's okay. Yes, my cat, man. I try to move her off, but it's more work and it would be largely futile anyway. I could move the camera so that you can't do this anymore, but I think it's kind of funny, so I just don't. I don't know what she wants exactly, but it's probably either to take her outside or to put fresh food in her bowl. Not that to put food in her bowl, because there is, but fresher food in her bowl. Alright, now to take off the senior officer here. We still have the wave battle and such yet, too, so it's going to be a little while on the... before the live stream is done, but we're basically just kind of going to hang out here for the remainder few minutes. However much, maybe 10? 10:15? I guess we'll find out. Ooh, okay. That was some work. I'm only level 4, so I don't have this stuff yet. But I will. My phone keeps buzzing. Hey, I made it. For now. Oh, that didn't last long. Alright. Yep. Off there. I can't see. Guess I should have gone in on a easier difficulty here, but could still get this done.
The sub-chief tells you that one of the rebel officers has taken the crest needed to free him to a nearby barracks. Now that you've saved Sub-Chief Irtos, the Lizardfolk Rebellion has finally been put to rest. The Lizardfolk can focus on reclaiming their home from the Sahuagin.
Oh, so Zermi, the latest on the DDO Discord server is that it's in process, but it's going to be a little bit yet. I myself was just too busy this week, and frankly too busy last week, to really focus much of my attention on dealing with the volunteer moderator side of it, because I need to put together a list of maybe somewhere in the range of 20 names, and then kick that over to Daybreak's legal team, who will be creating a non-disclosure agreement, which, whatever, you could argue that it's not necessary, but legal has deemed it necessary. People who are in charge of such things have said, no, let's do an NDA. So I have to kind of wait for that process. And what that means on my part is I need to kick them the names, and then they're gonna get it taken care of. But I need to do that work, and because of the huge amount of work that we've been doing on the Lord of the Rings side this past week, launching 2 new worlds and our second biggest game update of the year, and on top of all the DDO stuff I've been doing, I just haven't had time. I have a list of about 15 names, and I've contacted, I think, 3 people. And that's out of the 55 some applicants. But I'm expecting to do that next week, now that the LOTRO stuff is done and we don't have any major previews and things set for next week. for either game. I'm expecting to be able to contact the people who applied to I'm going to bring in right away and get their permission to send it to legal, you know, their personal information. I'll do that, they'll sign it, and then we'll get the Discord up and running. So my goal is still to do it around the time of the expansion. Ideally it would be beforehand, might be with. If it can turn around fast enough, then who knows, maybe it will be before the expansion. But we'll see. Either way, that's the current state of it, is it's been slow, just because there hasn't really been any time to deal with it, so. Not quite sure what that was, but whoa. I assume that's some wild magic effect, but I don't think I've encountered that yet. The mass raise surge? That makes sense. Except it didn't raise Frogo. Unless he already died. Insane to run Salt Marsh at level 3-4? Yeah, well, you know. No one ever said I made good decisions. About the only thing I should have done is I really should have
Ambassadors from 3 different tribes
like a
await within this
fighter
cavern.
hire.
The Bullywugs, the Troglodytes, and the Sea Elves. The ambassador of the Troglodyte tribe has asked you to find his stolen necklace and deal with the thief responsible. You've concluded negotiations with the Bullywug tribe. You've secured the Sea Elf support. In the
Okay,
alliance.
so then what I need yet is that thief, and it's either in the southern barracks or the jail. I'm gonna say the jail? Question mark? remember. Trog, right.
The gateway opens. A furious Sahuagin springs out from the watery prison cell.
Nope. Wrong one. Alright. Well, let's head over to the other section then. Get that necklace. There we go. I don't know what the flagging is going to be for the Myth Draenor raid. I know in general we have moved away from a lot of complex flagging, but some of it always depends on story as well, so we'll see. I don't think we've even, I don't think, I've not seen the raid. I know that it's going to be being worked on, it's got concepting and other things happening with it, but the content creation team is largely working on polishing up and getting Myth Draenor out the door quests first before we worry too much about the raid. This is by far the longest quest in the Saltmarsh quest chain, in my experience. You could certainly get faster at it than I really, is nothing there? What happened to the necklace? Where's that necklace then? Okay. Where is that thief, huh? So the thief not in the eastern... I thought the thief was, in fact. Oh. This guy. Alright. For some reason I didn't think I could interact with him the first time. Alright, nice and easy there.
Return this.
I'm going to bring Frogo back. I don't know why.
You've secured the Troglodytes tribe support in the Alliance. Alarm bells ring out from the Central Ocean Grotto. With the Lizard Folk tribe weakened by the rebellion, they'll need your help to survive an attack. Just as you arrive in the Central Ocean Grotto, the gate protecting the underwater entrance slams open.
Kind of wasted that chaos ball, unfortunately. So, on this character, though, I do plan to be level 13 by the time Magic and Myth Duranor hits. I figured might as well be ready for it on the heroic side. I've got plenty of legendary characters if I want to do that instead. But it's been a while since I played someone like this, so I thought it would be a good character to play for a little while on stream. Just because you've been seeing me play the same characters for, what, a couple of years now. So, just over the past month or so, we TR'd this one on Sarlona and got it ready to go. So. And that's been fun. I didn't buy these elixirs either. These have just been sitting in my Sarlona reincarnation cache forever. And I was like, alright. That should be nice. And it has been. Oh, there'll be new items. Oh, good question. I don't know whether the loot you saw this week on Lamania included the raid loot or not. I don't know. I'll have to ask Sealstar next time I get the opportunity. I guess I'm probably tempted to say that the raid loot didn't make the preview, but I've been so busy with everything else I haven't really looked.
and the subchief arrive.
All right.
Just as the last of the Sahuagin falls.
You have earned the gratitude of the lizard folk, outsider. Speak with me once more. There is a matter we must discuss. The lizard folk will stand together with your town. Together, we will send the Sahuagin invaders.
Well, it took a little
back
longer
into
than
the
expected,
sea.
but I knew this was going to be a big quest. I don't use a heavy pick, so I don't need Scale Gouger. That'll be sentient food, I think. But that's cool. Hey, while we're at it, let's hit up that daily dice, see if my loot luck. Sure, why not? Not that I need ranged power. All right, that'll do it with Fridays at 4 on twitch.tv/DDO stream. Hope you have a great DDO weekend. We got a challenge rewards boost happening. We got the new VIP loyalty reward here, the new Year of the Dragon reward here. So at the very least, log in and check that stuff out. Get ready for Magic of Myth Trainer, which is hitting in just a couple of weeks here. Hope you're having a great time in DDO, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.